quick little interjection before the video starts here. I just wanted to say, again, thank you guys for the support here recently, and we're currently at about 300 subscribers, and I was thinking for the next milestone, whether it's 500, whether that's 100, I don't know, but I've wanted to do some experiments or whatever, general content, so I'll just put this out there. At 500 subs, I'll maybe do a Q&A if you guys want to, because I know some people might have questions and want answers. I don't know. If I am able to reach 1,000 subs before the end of the year, I will allow you guys to choose something from a wheel of shit that I have to do, whether that's cut my hair, shave it all off, donate it, dye it a certain color, do a ridiculous thing, get a tattoo or something mildly appropriate, I might add. Do a certain video. I don't know, but whatever the case, yeah, 500 subs, Q&A maybe, or whatever you guys want. 1,000 subs, you guys get to torture me. So, yeah, thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Hello everybody, it's me, Timmy here, lonelyspacebean, whatever you want to call me. I just figured I should sit down and talk a little bit. There's just a few things I need to talk about, I feel like. I've actually wrote down a list, so hopefully I don't rant for too long about anything, so... But first and foremost, I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel recently and supporting me with the videos that I've been putting out. Insane amount of just kindness that I've received, and just, you know, a general thank you to everyone, because it really means a lot. It really does. And I personally have been really happy with how my videos have been in the past few months. Very happy with the quality and very happy with how they work out. And all in all, I've been enjoying it. And I hope you guys have been too. But now, the reason I'm making this video is a little bit more of a Debbie Downer than the rest of what I just said, because if you couldn't tell, life is hard and the world is a crazy place right now. It's always a crazy place, but as of right now, it's just, you know, I'm sure there's a general opinion on the internet or just in the world that one wrong move and the entire world could just go so, you know, I'd rather that not happen, but that aside, the state of the world currently, not too good. I'm sure everyone's probably heard of the East Palestine fucking Norfolk Southern thing. God, if I could talk. There have been more chemical spills in random places, one a lot closer to where I live and around where my girlfriend lives, actually. So, woohoo! There's a lot of laws and stuff being passed that are very, you know, anti-trans and stuff like that. Very, you know, just discriminatory things happening in America. You know, the usual. I mean, you know, the whole war in Ukraine and everything like that, that's still going on, so that's not very cool. And there are thousands and thousands of other worldly conflicts or stuff like that going on. But, yeah, the state of the world, kind of scary. As I mentioned, the fucking cost of living and everything just skyrocketing and all that stuff, inflation, blah 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 blah. You've heard it all before, but on to my next talking point, which is, you know, I recently lost my job, as you may or may not have known. I had worked as a third shift associate at Walmart for nearly 2 years, and then, granted, I pointed out, which was my own fault to a degree, but the way that it happened was kind of sketchy. Especially with right before tax season and everything like that. Which, by the way, Walmart fucked up my taxes, so fuck you, Walmart. That's a different thing, but along with trying to find a new job, I have been in the process of trying to move. So that's cool. For those of you who don't know, I currently can't drive. So that's a bit of a struggle, but I have transportation regularly, and I would be possibly moving in with my girlfriend at some point soon, and her family for a bit. The details are a little bit iffy here and there, but regardless, I've been trying to move, and finding a job is so fucking difficult these days. Like, what happened? I mean, it's been difficult for a while now, but like, I have applied to over 60 places in the past month, and I have gotten a call back from, I think, 3. Make it make sense? And every application is always just like, oh, we're desperately hiring, please come here and work. So I don't know, but moving, job, taxes, they suck, fuck them. But aside from all the adult responsibilities, I have my own mental responsibilities, because you know what happens to me around the springtime that a lot of other people have dealt with and maybe are currently struggling through or just got out of, or whatever the case may be. Seasonal depression. Woo! Yeah, for those of you, again, who don't know, I'm diagnosed with bipolar depression, so that's already bad enough. I'm on medicine and stuff for it, which helps out generally, but seasonal depression, mine decides to kick in the spring, and it is a kicker. And when I say kicker, I mean it kicks me while I'm down and just doesn't stop, because it's just me. But before anyone starts to get worried, I'm okay. It's just the seasonal depression, everything like that, which I know there are more causes than just the quote-unquote seasonal depression itself, BPD that I suffer with. There are plenty of external factors that also come into play. However, it really doesn't help, which sort of leads me into my next talking point anyways. Thanks to that and plenty of other factors, motivation is a bitch. And I've been saying this for a while now, and I in no way want to self-diagnose, but after looking internally for about, I want to say half a year, maybe more, and looking into it more and more, I am 99% sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. So that's fun. So on top of the seasonal depression, on top of the bipolar depression, on top of the possible ADHD, getting fired from this job has sort of set me into not like a spiral downwards, because I'm doing fine. I could be a hell of a lot worse, and I'm very, very thankful that I'm not. But motivation to do just about anything, except for laying in bed, which even then I struggle to do, is very, very hard to come by, which sucks, because after losing this job, my first internal thought was, hey, I could maybe have some more time to make more YouTube videos. Haha. I've uploaded 2 videos in the past, like, what, month and a half since I've been unemployed? Yeah, sorry about that. I've really been meaning to upload and really been meaning to make more stuff, be more consistent. It's always been something I've struggled at and that I wanted to do, but it is so difficult. It is so much more difficult than I feel like it should be, that I feel like I don't know what the issue is. But it's hard to get up out of bed sometimes. It's hard to sit down on my computer. It's hard to look around at my desk and not feel repulsed sometimes, you know? It's hard to sit down and just get the energy to, you know, record for 2.5 hours. And then even when I do that and I have a good time, sitting down and editing all of it and trying to make sure it's of a good quality that, you know, I actually enjoy making it as well, is just so... I should clarify. That in and of itself is not bad. I love doing that stuff. I love making things. I love the creative process, and I love having the energy and being, you know, out there, blah, 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 recording and all that. It's just so hard to find the motivation or focus for myself to just sit down and do it. And it sucks because, you know, end of the day, doing this, making stuff, making videos, whatever the case, is kind of, I guess you would say, my dream job. So, you know, having the lack of motivation almost entirely, even just get up out of bed, let alone do all that while trying to search for jobs, while trying to figure out moving and taxes, while dealing with other mental health issues. Not fun. But also, speaking of the quote-unquote dream job, problems with YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong, I think YouTube is one of, if not the best social media platform out there. It allows for so much creative flow, so much expression, so much variety of stuff that you can do on it. However, we have to be reminded that Google owns YouTube, and Google is a multi-trillion-dollar company. And you know what multi-trillion-dollar companies hate is making good decisions and, you know, caring about the people on their platform. That's all they care about is the money. But anyways, before I rant a little bit too much about that, Susan Wojcicki, whatever the fuck her name is, the old CEO of YouTube stepped down, as many people may know or may not know, I don't know. And there's a new CEO, which, you know, cool, maybe we get some cool thing. No, the guy was pushing for NFTs in the platform. Yay. And not only that, but copyright and the copyright abuse system and all that, still going on. And yeah, there's so many internal and external issues with YouTube. So many things on the internet that need fixing to some degree, but are probably never going to get fixed, because the people who can fix them don't care. So that's cool. But why am I saying all of that? Why am I going on a mini little rant about YouTube and how shitty it can be sometimes? Well, because let's put it this way. If your dream job growing up, or for a certain amount of time that you've been pushing for the past, I want to say like 5-ish years, I had started making changes to the job. Started making, you know, policies and different, you know, like shifts in culture or shifts in how things work that negatively impact millions of creators who already have the job. It can be a little worrying for someone like me who wants to do, you know, do this as a job, wants to make things, wants to have their own things, wants to have their own creative expression and be their own sort of boss. But that can't really happen if the entire platform and the creators on it goes to shit. So yeah, there's that. But I personally don't want to be a lot of doom and gloom. I still think there's a lot of hope and a lot of good things about YouTube, and I just think it's going to take some time and we just have to put our head down and, you know, go through it. Just how the world is sometimes, as ridiculous as it has to be. And to round about the rest of my talking point, my current sort of plan going forward, or like sort of like the channel update, if you want to call it that. I definitely am going to still try my best to make YouTube videos. I cannot promise any sort of relative consistency with all the stuff going on in the world. I wish that I could. Very hard on me that I can't do that right now, it feels like. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying making videos because it is, at the end of the day, something I still love. I'm gonna try and keep you guys updated on the community tab or on Twitter or Instagram and stuff like that about anything big going on in my life. If anything drastic happens, you guys will be the first ones to know, aside from, you know, immediate family. Yeah, I mean, the plan is really update you guys and just try my best, because at this point, it's really all I can do, which kind of sucks to have to say it out loud, but it's the truth, and that's really all I can do. I'm just gonna try my best, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to, you know, continue better myself, take care of my mental and physical health, and we'll just see where it goes. Maybe something great will come out of this. Maybe, you know, it just doesn't work out that way. Regardless, as long as I'm still enjoying it, I'm still gonna be making videos. That's that, and yeah. And I want to sort of dissuade a little bit from the, probably a little bit depressing and downtrodden themes of the videos so far, and I want to interject a little bit of good news that I've heard in the internet or just recently here. I couldn't gather up a list because honestly I kind of forgot about it for a second, then I remembered it. First and foremost, it's almost me and my partner Maddie's 9 months, which is currently my longest relationship, and generally I like to keep stuff like that a little bit more on the private side of my life, but I just wanted to share the fact that we're coming up on our 9 months. We're doing great, and I could not be luckier ever. No, nothing I could have or could ever have will be as impactful and as just all around good and just wonderful of a blessing than she's been. So, and I know you want to call it cringe or you want to call it sim. I don't fucking care. Listen, I'll bite your toes or something. I don't know. Anyway, another thing is Markiplier is starting to work on his movie, which I don't know if you guys knew he did that, and I knew that was like in a plan of his or anything like that, but he's starting to work on a movie. And the reason I bring this up as a bit of good news is because Markiplier, for a long time now, along with plenty of other creators and plenty of other people just in general, has a big inspiration for me in what I do and what I want to do. And generally anytime he starts doing a creative project like in space, a movie, or Edge of Sleep, or just small things here and there, he tends to talk about it in a way that I tend to listen to, and I'm able to use that to reflect upon myself and use that as sort of a bit of innovation. I don't know how weird that is or if other people do that. Regardless, him working on more stuff and being able to talk about it as an inspiration or anything like that is, you know, I enjoy it and it makes me feel good. So, good news for me at least. Maybe, I don't know, maybe no one else cares, but, what's other good news? Like, I guess there is the fact that you've probably already heard of it, but PewDiePie and Marzia are getting, well, I almost said getting married. They've been married, you fucking idiot. They're having a child, so that's cool. Definitely doesn't make me feel a little old, even though I'm not even 21 yet, but we don't have to talk about that. But yeah, that's cool. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last Terraria video, but fuck you. Oh yeah, there was also a bit of TikTok drama that was occurring or whatever, but ignoring all the drama aside and all that, I've looked further into it. It seems pretty legit. The Tall Knight, who I don't know if you guys have heard of, but he's like the _tall_knight on TikTok, I believe, recently became homeless because of a whole situation that happened at his house. I don't know. Regardless, he was essentially homeless, and after that, in a bit of like shock, I guess, or whatever the case, he reached out to his community, which he didn't want to do, and sent out a video saying, if you're able to, you know, I need financial help because, you know, money and homelessness and all that. And within, I think, an hour, his community was able to raise 15 grand and essentially not keep him off the streets because he did have somewhere to go anyways. But, you know, if I was essentially scared in life, didn't know what I was about to do, didn't know what was going on, and I, out of a desperate attempt, reached out to the people who supported me, and within an hour got $15,000, you know, I'd see that as a bit of a win. But yeah, Tall Knight's doing fine. Again, there was some drama about it, but it's sort of like resolved itself. Some people said that he was scamming, but I'm pretty sure within an hour before he went to sleep that night, he not only stopped the donations or like shut it down, but he has shown receipts of him returning stuff that's like stuff he doesn't need, basically, like the money. He's been returning it to the people who have sent it to him. So all in all, just a bit of good news from general internet drama that's been happening. So it's nice to hear, and it's very nice to see someone who really has just been a positive influence just on the internet, which is it's common on the internet, but to a degree of reach that he had is a little bit out there. All in all, good for him and good for the internet, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to interject some good news that I heard recently. There's plenty more to talk about, I'm sure. I just didn't end up writing it down. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far, what's wrong with you? No, but sincerely, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep trying to make my stuff. I'm gonna keep trying to be me, and that's really all I can do, because if I'm not me, then who am I? But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah, bye.